Holy cow. Right off the bat. There we go. There we go. There we go, guys. Number 3. Holy cow. Look at that. Right there. Check out that fatty. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. All right, guys, I'm at a new spot. There's a dammed up lake here, and very interesting layout here. So it's a beautiful day. It's in the high 50s. A lot of rain yesterday, and this thing looks perfect. A little shallow in here, but it looks like it's got some real potential. I've got all my usual setups with me, but I'm first going to try the Booyah Pad Crasher on one of my 6-foot ugly sticks, 20-pound braid, 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support. Ooh, we got a fish right there jumping. Hey, I appreciate all the support, and I also want to wish everyone a happy Halloween, which is coming up quickly, and hope all your fall fishing fun is going well, like mine is. And as usual, there are no scientific observations when it comes to this stuff, only casual ones. Got some night crawlers with me. This is just going to be a time to feel out this new spot. I chased away those funny little duck type, coot type birds that were in here, and all this cabbage. Ooh. Boy, there was a fish right there. It came into the shallows. I'm thinking this is rock bass heaven. I talked to a lady over on the other side. You can see there's some campground stuff over there. She said people have been catching a heck of a lot of catfish over on this end. It's got some potential. Anyway, so thanks for hanging out with me today. Scoping out another new place here in North Texas. Bank fishing, of course. Oh yeah, that looks phenomenal in the water. So the school year's moving right along. I got a fantastic crew of kids, great people to work with. It's just been outstanding. Got to be kidding me, guys. On the Booyah Pad Crasher, I had a hit right on the frog, and he like spit it instantly. I didn't even have time to even set the hook. This water is super clear, and it was just right there in the weeds, and boom! Dang it all. Right there, it's just twitching it real subtle. And then bam! And then just like that, it was over. There may be some crappie working in there too. I may have to switch to a little finesse action on the ultralight. Alright guys, I'm going to switch to the crawl. I've been fishing with the pad crusher for quite a while now. No luck. You can kind of see this water is super clear. Some cabbage in here. I've also got like a little 2.5 inch tube I may also try to fling around. See if that gets any attention. Alright guys, I went ahead and tried the little tube first, a little 2.5 tube, and I'm just running it right along the weeds there and just bouncing it along. I can't remember, I think this is a big bite baits, 2.5 inch tube in a green pumpkin color. But it looks good bouncing around in there. I don't know if you can see it. Surprisingly, it's not picking up too much cabbage. There, we got a little cabbage there. Boy, this is a perfect fall day, perfect for Saturday college football. Last night it was a wet Friday night lights around the state of Texas, some good games. Alright guys, I moved from way over there to this fishing pier. It's kind of breezy here, but got a night crawler floating there, throwing the tube over here. You can see over there they're getting ready for a big Halloween trick-or-treat thing. I'm in a little camping area. Ooh. Ooh, please tell me that's a fish. Alright guys, I got it. Must be somebody's sunken canoe or kayak that was down there I got stuck on. But anyway, they're doing like a Halloween trick-or-treating camp haunting thing for kids tonight at this camping area. I went all the way around, tried to fish in different spots. Went over there, didn't get anything. It's just a perfect day for fishing. It's just get something to bite. I've seen a couple crappie jump. They weren't bluegills. These things were legit 10-12 inch crappies that were jumping, trying to get dragonflies. Oh, check out that guy all by himself up there, a lone goose. Weird, nothing even on the night crawler. There's bass in here, tons of catfish. Some stripers. But nothing so far. Through the pad crusher all along the grass and weeds over there, nothing. We're still early in the morning. So the topwater bite. See, here in Texas, I don't want to say it's continuous, but it's there. Jeez Louise, nothing on the night crawler. I'm going to relocate it along the dock here. Maybe we have something up underneath here we can get. Boy, that breeze feels great. We're going to drop her right down here. I was jigging earlier through here with the craw, nothing. You can see where the old dock was, there's those posts. Alright guys, we're hooked up. Well. Is it a crappie? No, it's just a sunfish. Hey, at least we got one. Just straight down right here. Come on, how did I get this all tangled up? What in the heck? You've got to be kidding me. There we go. Just right there, that's where I was jigging before with the craw. Nothing. I don't know if you can see that down there. All right, boys, we're hooked up. I think we got a crappie. Dang it all. How did I miss him? Jeez Louise. Boy, he hammered this thing. Right down here by this post. Just right down there, I've been jigging with... I did the craw for a little bit, nothing. The anisoptera, nothing. Switched to a night crawler, and bam! And I can see him, there's some weeds down in here, right along the weed bed I've been pitching also. I can see him working in there. I just cannot seem to catch one. That was my best chance right there. On this rig, guys, I'm using a 4-pound line, one of those little fill bobbers. and a trout magnet for the hook. I was thinking about switching to the beetle spin and running that through. You barely see the grass right there. And they've been zipping in and out of there. So I've just been pitching it in different spots. And I'm getting bites, I just can't hook them. Stinking. Oh, there we go, look at that. You see that? See, it's biting like a crappie almost. Just real subtle. All right, guys, we're hooked up. Ooh, this a little bit better bluegill. Dang it, I thought it was a crappie. It's been tough fishing here, guys. I've had kids on scooters riding all over this dock, causing a ruckus. I've seen the crappie. I've seen two jump, and I saw one there. I know it was, ooh, I got a bite right here. Let's go, let's go. Dang it, I missed him. Dang it, I can't believe I just missed that one. No, wait, I got another one right here. Nope. I hope I didn't get picked clean. Oh, dang, I did. I've seen a crappie right there come up and try to get a little dragonfly. And then when I was on that far side, I could see him coming up. There's no way that those panfish are that big when they're jumping. I've had some real subtle bites. Then I've had some that were just instant bam. Got to catch at least a couple crappie out of here. That weed bed is right there, guys. I don't know if you can see it. They're all in and around there. Once in a while I'll see like a flash, like a white flash go through there. Just got to keep trying. There's something poking at it. Alright, guys, still working this weed bed. Still trying for the elusive crappie that should be biting. Oh man, oh, that breeze feels great. Sorry about that, had to adjust the hat cam. Oh man. This little kid came over on a scooter. And he was asking me, do you have any parents? Are your parents here fishing with you? Do they let you come fish? He's like, have you caught any fish? I was like, well, I'm working on it. God, that weed line is right there, and they're just hanging out in there. There's a little thump. These may be a bunch of these dang little slick nickels. Yeah, that looks like a slick nickel to me. When I was reading about this campsite, people can catch crappie. Ooh, there we go, I got one. Or can catch crappie jigging right off this dock. Oh, that's a nice bluegill right there. That's legit. There we go. Yep, that's a nice bluegill. crappie, the elusive crappie. Anyway, so people that have been jigging right off any of these posts, I tried on this side. It's always better in here, down in this little corner right here. Oh, there we go. Dude, these people are just oh. These people are going bananas over there. They're playing dominoes, screaming their heads off. Here we go. All right, so right underneath here, there's a bit of a weed bed right there. And there's that post right there and this post. And it's like a little highway of fish that come creeping through. There we go. Dang it, I missed him. There we go, there we go. It's another little slick nickel. You're twitching. There we go. Self-release. All right, guys, it's going. It's just a matter of time before I get a crappie out of there. I even jigged a little hustler down there. Those little tubes, nothing. The craw had a couple pecks, but nothing solid. Oh my gosh. Right there. To be honest, guys, I hate this kind of fishing, but it can get addicting. Look at that, look at that. Boy, he's running. Ooh, it's a decent one. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, there we go, right there. It's got to be a bluegill when it does that. That just the thump, thump, thump. Alright guys, I'm throwing the beetle spin. Pardon the breeze there. I do have the dead cat on. I put on one of these little double tails by Mr. Twister, which I've had a lot of good luck with crappie. This guy over here in the kayak he just dropped in. I was saying he was here last week before the rain, and it was so-so, but he was catching quite a few crappie along the grass. And I was thinking, oh man, I knew it. And so he's going to try back in the lily, where the lily pads are, way back in there. I guess I could hike back in there. Oh, do I have a fish right there? Dang it. I missed him. Crying out loud. They're in here, guys. I've been catching a ton of those little slick nickel panfish. He said there's a lot of bass in here too, but I hadn't hooked into one yet. He said spotted bass, largemouth, and a ton of catfish. Guys, if you've never thrown a beetle spin, they are so much fun. They're weedless. You can put different plastics on them. You can use the plastics that came with them. They have different sizes. And they even have, like, Mr. Twister has its own little version of that. And I use quite a bit of those. I've had a lot of luck with the beetle spin in a creek settings too. So if you're out there fishing, give it a try, whether you're in a creek or in a pond, a lake. See what you can catch. I tried to find where the creek drains into this thing, and I'm not able to, so somewhere back over in there, I'd have to hike in there to get to it, but I'm not going to do it today. Maybe that's where he's going in the kayak. He just said he was going to the lily pads. So we'll see how that goes. He had a topwater frog, kind of like mine, but his was white. So I'll tell him which company that is. Then he had like a little curly tail grub. So I came out over there where those benches are, through the woods there, and I drove around to try to find the mouth of the creek. There's a couple of bridges in there with creeks, goes over creeks, but just a trickle of water. And I can't figure out where in the heck they come out over in there, or else I could get over there, try to walk in there. There's a huge drain here where I was fishing earlier, nothing there. Alright guys, we're hooked up on the Jigging Rap right along the weed line. I've been throwing the beetle spin through there and nothing. I think this is a bass. Oh yeah. He's a decent bass right there. You can see him down there. Let's get him up here. Now this, gotta watch all the hooks on this dang thing. Alright guys, there we go. Decent little fish. Not bad. Let's get him back in there. Alright, not too bad. Ran the beetle spin through and nothing. I'm telling you, those Jigging Raps, they get the job done. Alright guys, my little Jigging Rap here. That funny little fin that's on there, that fish snapped it off of there. So this doesn't have the action as it did before. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work. Anyway, that's a part of fishing, I guess. I can always restock on some of those. Maybe try to super glue it on there. Ah, that might be an option. Just right out there along the weed line. Man, he hit that sucker. Bang. So the key thing with this is when you let it drop, let your line get slack, and then pop it. It'll dive. Then let your line get slack, pop it. I gotta watch out. There's like the old dock that was here, I think, is down there all busted. But that's usually how I do it. I give it a, sometimes I'll give it like a real severe pop, but I keep the bail open when it's dropping. That way it doesn't pendulum towards me. And then as it's getting down there, see how slack it is? I just pop. I'll do a couple cranks and then pop. And that's where it gets that weird action that it's got. Do a couple of pops. I never really just crank it in, you know, like you're doing a curly tail grub or anything. I'm always just popping and popping. And let it do the work. That's the thing. Let it do the work. So this one lost the fin. I mean, it's still going to dart down there just a little. In fact, it may even look more like a wounded minnow. But they're a lot of fun to tinker with. They have all kinds of colors too. I can already see myself getting into trouble of collecting every dang size and color. This one's a little 1.5 inch one. But they got some cool colors that can really attract some fish. I'm tempted to use this if I go back down to the Texas coast this year. Fire one of these out there. Because, I mean, it just dives. Just give it those jerks. Anyway, so that bass right along the grass line there, popped it. See if we can get something else out here. There's a little more depth straight ahead. The only thing is I got to be careful right in here because the old dock that was here, they sunk it for structure. I got hooked on it earlier and I had to like yank it out of there. They're a cool little lure. A lot of people use them for ice fishing. I think that's what they were designed for, but man, they work just as well for freshwater. I've got crappie on them, striper. Oh yeah, it's diving. It looks more like a wounded fish with that, without the little fin. When I get home, I'll try to do a repair job. Man, this thing casts a country mile too. I'm just using the 20-pound braid, 20-pound fluorocarbon on a typical ugly stick. Just having some fun. It's a GX2 ugly stick. I know a lot of people give ugly stick a hard time, but guys, I'm telling you, I've used so many dang rods in my life. Do I got one? No. And these are just phenomenal. They can handle pike, bass, and I've caught some big pike on this before. And they're just dang near indestructible. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for me for today. Had a lot of fun out here. Very interesting place. This would be a perfect kayak spot like that guy had, or canoe. It's not very big, but very fishable. I'll have to come back up here, do some more fishing sometime. Hey, let me know how things are going in your neck of the woods, fall fishing. If you're catching anything, what you're catching them on. If you use the Jigging Rap, get out there. Or if you haven't used the Jigging Rap, get out there and test one out. You're not going to be disappointed. Especially if you got some nice depth. This thing will just dive like you wouldn't believe. Test it out where you can see it, watch it dive. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. But man, dealing with all that North Texas heat for all those months, it is just absolutely perfect out here. A lot of people don't think that we have a lot of forest and lush areas for trails, but we do. A lot of West Texas is dry, and far West Texas out by El Paso, but North Texas and East Texas, you got the piney woods of the East Texas. North Texas, you've got some nice areas of forest and some cool places to fish. But the temperature today, I think now we made it into the low 60s. It's just phenomenal. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Hey, like I was saying before, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support. And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye.